Right now at noon, 2 local firefighters are injured after battling a blaze in Joplin.
And we have rain chances in the forecast for the next couple of days. We'll talk about it in just a bit.
Plus, with new movies breaking box office records, we'll see how movie theaters are making a comeback.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Missouri Highway Patrol arrested the fire chief of Nevada, Missouri over the weekend. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. Arrest reports from Missouri State Highway Patrol show that Michael Denny was arrested on July 5th for driving while intoxicated. The 51-year-old serves as the fire chief for the Nevada Fire Department and the emergency management director for the city of Nevada. The fire chief was reportedly responding to an active fire scene driving a City of Nevada vehicle. He was transported to the police department, cited for a DWI, then released. Well, a fatal hit and run that occurred around 7 p.m. Friday night near Loma Linda. Missouri Highway Patrol issued a BOLO, or be on the lookout, Friday night for a Dodge Dakota pickup truck. A public tip came in that allowed troopers to locate and arrest 35-year-old Richard Taylor of Racine, Missouri, and seize the truck as evidence. This is exclusive footage of the authorities seizing the truck, and the woman he struck has been identified as Sheldona Wood. She was 60 years old. 2 firefighters have been injured after battling a blaze in Joplin yesterday. Reports came in around 2 p.m. yesterday afternoon. The fire department reported that smoke was visible from Station 1. Heavy smoke and flames were said to be coming from the 2nd floor of the residence, and the house being reported as uninhabited. 1 firefighter was treated on the scene for heat exhaustion, and another was treated after a railing he was holding broke, causing him to fall. Now let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney for a look at the forecast.
Overall, right now, today's looking pretty good. Already about 85. We're only getting up to the upper 80s for our high today, and it's going to be pretty light winds as well across the region. About 5 to 10 miles per hour, but nothing too crazy. We do have another boundary moving in tonight, so until then it's going to be high humidity values, so we're likely going to feel a little bit muggy out there. Like I said, we do have a frontal boundary pushing in today, and we're looking good right now. A few clouds in the area near Joplin, but storms have the possibility to kick off later on this afternoon, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Then after that, we're really going to focus on Hurricane Beryl as it makes its way towards us, getting some rain from Beryl tonight and through early tomorrow morning. But we'll talk all those details in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. We'll see you soon. Well, a small town is hoping to bring the community together with a makers market. The Cherryville Makers Market set up for the first time Saturday in a small gravel church parking lot. Local vendors sold goods ranging from jewelry and flowers to produce and baked goods. There was no fee to participate, and vendors were able to just set up a table. Organizers say the market is a way for the community to come together and support each other.
It's very heartwarming to see that it's stepping back up to where it was when I was a kid. I got involved more in the community because I wanted it to be a better place for my daughter. When I grew up, this was my favorite place to be, so I wanted to invest as much time as I could into this town. So it's very heartwarming to see people invest as well.
Organizers say after seeing the success of the first Makers Market, they hope to make it a monthly event. The next market is scheduled for August 3rd. The city of Granby hosted its 41st annual Old Mining Town celebration. One of the events is a pop-up market which showcases local businesses from across the region. Items for sale include freeze-dried candy, crocheted animals, tumblers, and more. All proceeds from the registration fees of the vendors goes to the Grow Granby Foundation.
Well, we've got good weather, see a lot of different people, and hope everybody has a good time.
We are better as a community. We support each other. I've seen tons of vendors walk around and support other vendors, and that makes me happy.
Over 50 vendors registered for the market. Another old mining town tradition is the parade. Some things on display during the parade included A train that was converted into a float, antique vehicles, tractors, and much more. Local public servants were also invited to participate in the parade.
It's watching the families come down and partake and have a good time and meet with their friends that they haven't seen for a while. It's bringing our community together is the best part of this event.
The parade was put on by the Granby Fire Department. Well, get your popcorn ready because movie going is back on the rise after concerns surrounding the future of movie theaters following the pandemic and a rise of streaming services. Recent box office numbers show that people are still looking to sit in front of the big screen. KOAM Samantha Walker has more.
Through the pandemic, it was rough. It was worrisome, for sure.
Since 2020, many movie theater owners across the country have worried about their future. According to a report by Statista, national box office ticket sales dropped drastically following the pandemic. And with the increasing popularity of home streaming for films, it seemed as though theaters were losing their place as a popular activity.
When they had the actors strike, didn't help matters either, and that kind of slowed down production, so it kind of messed up as far as the movies that we were getting as well.
But recent data from the box office shows that moviegoing is back on the rise, despite the popularity of streaming.
You can really you feel immersed in it. It's easier just not waiting. If you really want to see one, you don't have to wait that long.
Last year's summer films Barbie and Oppenheimer helped spur a movement of attendance, with Barbie grossing more than $1.4 billion worldwide. And this year's Inside Out 2 is following suit, grossing more than $1 billion in its first month and becoming the second highest grossing animated film of all time in the U.S.
We were happy, and I know the studios were too. It's been really good so far this summer.
For local theaters like the Plaza Theater in Lamar, the high-grossing films are a happy sign.
It's great to see people back in the theaters. Finally we've got some really good movies and families are coming out enjoying them, and it's nothing like watching a movie in a theater. Just streaming or TV just doesn't do a movie justice, in my opinion.
He hopes to continue filling seats in front of the silver screen for years to come. Reporting in Lamar, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
This summer, the Plaza Theater is offering free admission to its kids' summer vacation movies. Those screenings take place every Tuesday and Wednesday through August 14th. Well, coming up, Hurricane Beryl made landfall in Texas this morning after strengthening overnight. And later, we're making New England clam chowder in the Mr. Foods kitchen. Well, Hurricane Beryl is punishing parts of Texas today after coming ashore between Galveston and Corpus Christi. There are fears many people did not evacuate in time. Omar Villafranca reports from Galveston.
Hurricane Beryl's torrential rain quickly flooded streets in Houston. A few cars plowed through deep water and at least one had to be pushed. Fierce winds also battered Sugar Land, Texas, after Beryl made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane. Storm surge rose to about 7 feet in areas just west of Galveston Bay.
For those of us that do live on the island, we're very well prepared in terms of the flooding.
In Houston, the mayor urged residents to prepare.
Our worst enemy is our complacency. We can't allow this storm to slip up on us.
A disaster declaration has been issued for more than 100 Texas counties. As the state's lieutenant governor warned, the storm's path will impact communities inland in addition to along the coast. With potential impacts as far south as Corpus Christi, residents along the Texas coast were boarding up windows in anticipation of Beryl.
Once you've been through one and you see the storm and the rain and the wind, you want to be sure you're prepared.
Just 2 weeks ago, Tropical Storm Alberto flooded the Corpus Christi area. Ryan Dunn manages a waterfront bar impacted by that storm and says he's concerned about losing business during what's expected to be a very active hurricane season.
It's just the beginning of the hurricane season, like the very beginning. So it puts us at a little bit of fear.
While the wind gets all the headlines, it's the storm surge that's the deadliest part of a hurricane. In fact, over the last decade, more than half of the deaths from hurricanes come from storm surge. Now, we're expecting anywhere from 4 to 7 feet of storm surge here, and then it'll continue raining, and then that rain will head up north. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Galveston, Texas.
Well, still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Grab your suitcase and get your taste buds ready, because this week we're on an all-American journey seeking out some of our country's best regional favorites.
And we're going to talk about the impacts of Beryl in our area right after the break. Overall, today is going to be a pretty good day till we get into the later afternoon hours and we start to see the rain kick up. We'll go ahead and take a look at 7th and Range Line. Got a few clouds out there, but overall, it's a good looking day so far. Now we do have higher humidity values, so it may feel a little bit muggy out there, but outside of the clouds here and there, it's going to be pretty nice until we get those rain chances kicking off this afternoon. After we have boundary move through, we're going to deal with the remnants of Beryl as it moves just east of our area. So we are seeing some rain chances spiking up later on this evening and overnight. That's from Beryl. And then today, around 4 p.m., 3 to 5 p.m., that's when we're going to start to see that frontal boundary take effect, and that's going to be more Joplin and southeast. So we'll take a look. It's being pushed north due to Beryl, so it's coming in from the south, and it's only making up to about I-44 before it starts to shift back south. So we do have some thunderstorm chances. Again, this is this afternoon, 3 to 5 p.m. is when it's going to start, and then starts to dissipate as Beryl moves inward. Now, Beryl overtakes it, then we're going to see it shift a little bit further east of our location. So we may not see as much rainfall as we want to. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at what's happening as it moves in. You can see the boundary forming in our area. So this is 3:30, 4 p.m. today, and it's going to stay mostly southeast of I-44. Joplin may get some rain, some storms, but likely will be just south of that. Then as we move in, boundary shifts south and Beryl starts to move a little bit further east of our location. We may still get some rain showers spun off of the storm, but as of right now, we're not going to see much. It is going to shift a little bit further south. Springfield's going to get some heavy rain, and right up along our border, we're going to get a few showers. And again, we still could see a few spin off of this, but we're mostly going to stay dry. Clouds move out of here. Do have the chance for a few showers popping up, but overall, for the rest of your day on Tuesday and the rest of the week, it's going to be pretty good. So after the boundary moves out, temperatures drop down to low to mid 80s. So we are getting back down to the cooler temperatures. Wednesday, it's going to be sunny, 89. So we're warming back up, but this is only going to be about average. So 90 on Thursday, 93 on Friday, pretty sunny, but average temperatures, and we're not going to be as humid either. So it's going to be a nice couple of days this week before we start to really ramp up the heat. Sunday, getting back up to the upper 90s. 98 on Sunday, 98 on Monday, 99 on Tuesday, possibly reaching 100 in some areas on those few days. And then we do cool off a little bit again. We've got more rain chances kicking off Wednesday night and through Thursday as of right now.
So a few rain chances here and there, but I mean, it's going to be hot starting Friday, just through the remainder of the week until Wednesday. I mean,
we get back into a heat wave this weekend. So yes, unfortunately, temperatures do start to warm back up. Likely we'll see some heat advisories next weekend as well. So
I think it'll be muggy.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's the worst.
Unfortunately.
Don't disappoint me today, Lindsay.
I will try, I'll try.
All right, thanks. Well, stick around. We're making New England clam chowder in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Today's Mr. Food dish isn't necessarily perfect for a hot summer day, but it is perfect for a rainy day or when you're wanting a classic creamy bowl of soup. Howard is sharing his recipe for New England clam chowder in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Chowder. Whenever I travel around the country, one of my favorite things to do, along with meeting so many of you, is to check out dishes that are indicative to wherever I am. So to share this passion with you, all this week we're highlighting some of my favorite recipes from across the country. Our first stop is in the Northeast, on the coast of New England, where chowder is a must-have. Let me show you how easy it is to make. We start by sauteing a chopped onion in some salt pork, or you can use some cut-up raw bacon. Once it starts to brown, we add in some clams. If you can get fresh shucked ones, all the better. Otherwise, a couple of cans of chopped clams will do the trick. To that, we also add some clam juice, chicken broth, a potato that we diced up, and a little salt and pepper. After this cooks for a bit, we'll thicken it with some cornstarch and some heavy cream. Once it's creamy, we stir in some chopped parsley and it's ready to dish up. So whether you're slurping the seaside or at the kitchen table, are you ever in for a treat? To get this simple recipe, all you have to do is go online and look for New England clam chowder, or chowder, as they say. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a super tasty way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can, of course, find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. You can do so by visiting our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Now, here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
Well, we've got storm chances this afternoon, and then Hurricane Beryl makes its appearance just southeast of I-44. We'll get some more rain showers all the way through early Tuesday morning. After that, we've got a long stretch of sunny days, mild temperatures, so about average until we hit a heat wave end of the week into early next week.
Alrighty. You know, Beryl's pretty, it's just pretty impressive, either, you know, hurricanes or tropical storms, just to see. I mean, we've been, you know, covering this for about a week now, and just to see that we're finally, you know, seeing the results of, you know, the storms. So it's pretty interesting.
It is interesting. It's actually the first, I believe it got up to a Category 4 hurricane in June in history. So it's, you know, it's been a very active season in our area for tornadoes, and then it's going to be a very active hurricane season as well.
Definitely not the best sign for what's to come.
No, we've got a lot going on. It's going to continue. It's an early start to the hurricane season too. So
sounds like it. All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, coming up tonight at 5, a soon-to-be 8th grader diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia is looking to make the world a more positive place by creating a patch project. Plus, the second annual Camp Wildcat takes place, and we'll meet some of the camp's attendees as they learn about wildlife, plants, rocks, and habitats found at Wildcat Park. And we'll take a look at what's on at this year's Missouri ballot and review some of the key statewide races. You can join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.